Bloody Mary. Good morning, Paris Squad. Let's talk about Bloody Mary, if you haven't guessed it by the crazy weird intro. So I actually stumbled across this topic. Here's the thing. Normally I wouldn't do this topic because it's kind of like hokey and cliche. The inspiration for this video was actually from a fellow author, KB Knight. He is a horror and thriller writer, and he's kind of starting to dabble on YouTube, so he posted a real quick little video on Bloody Mary. It's a skit, it's cute, it was fun, but somehow his video totally triggered a memory from my past. So this is sort of going to be like a story time with a tad bit of educational content, but really like not too much, because there's a whole bunch of other vlogs that would sort of go into much more detail about this type of scenario. But let's just get into it, because why listen to me ramble? Like I said, here is the inspiration for this video. Check it out, have a good laugh, and then I'll tell you my story time, I guess. Here you go.
My name is KB Knight, here because a fan emailed me. He asked me if I believed in Bloody Mary. No, I do not believe in Bloody Mary. He went on and he did email me and tell me that him and his sister tried, and something came through the mirror. A woman came through a mirror and took his sister, and to this day, she hasn't been found. I don't believe him. I do write thriller novels. I love the dark side. I just don't believe in Bloody Mary exists. I don't believe a woman can come through the mirror and take a 230-pound man at that. But, there's people like Ronda Rousey who exists in the world, Chris Cyborg and all, so if they come through the mirror, they're going to whoop my ass. But it's not them, so we're going to put this to the test. Here we go. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. I just don't think she exists. We're gonna try this one more time. Bloody Mary, I don't know why I keep doing that, but Bloody Mary. This light. Nothing. Alright, let's try this again. I'm sorry, folks. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Again,
that was cute, right? If you are curious about KB Knight's work, either via YouTube or his writing, my voice is going, so bear with me. His information will be down in the description. He has a website. You can check out all his content there. Now for my story time. So, is Bloody Mary real? Obviously not in the way that we think. Here's the thing. So, I tried to do some Bloody Mary research before this video. Holy shiznit, guys. It's endless and endless and endless. And some people say it started in the 70s, like the mirror version. Some people say that it goes back to, hundreds and hundreds of years to, queens named Mary, and there's just so many variations. There's some variations where Mary will scratch you. There's some variations where she will take you into the mirror with her. There's all sorts of crazy shit out there. So I'm not even going to try to touch on that, just because who knows. I even saw on the show Lore that one theory is that, how they used to bury people alive by accident, and prior to them putting bells on their wrist in case they came alive in there, they would have opened these coffins to find bloody hands and stuff, because they tried to scratch themselves out. And so that's kind of how one theory how that story got started, I guess you could say. But who really knows? Who knows the true origin? I don't. I tried. It was way too much research for this tiny little video. This is already getting way too rambly in that context. So what I do know is that spirits are real. Obvi, right? So when I think I was 8, because this was pre my dad passing away. This was pre my gifts coming in. I don't even think I'd had my first paranormal experience that I remember at that point. And I had a best friend named Diana. We had a sleepover, and of course, we wanted to do Bloody Mary, right? So she went in first, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, spin around 3 times in the dark, and she came out and said nothing happened. Now, mind you, this is pretty much the story of my life during my adolescence. We would do things as a group, and no one would have an experience, and then I would. Ouija boards, spells and magic books, weird encounters, trips to cemeteries, you name it. It was seriously like the theme of my life. So she said she didn't have an experience. Of course not, it's fake. I go in, close my eyes, turn off the lights, Bloody Mary, spinning around 3 times, open my eyes, and who the fuck do I see in the mirror but Medusa in a freaking rocking chair. Now, we're playing Bloody Mary, mind you, and I see Medusa. Odd enough as it is. And, you know, if you don't know who Medusa is, she's a woman who has snakes for hair. More details, but that's the gist, right? And don't know where the rocking chair came from. And she's rocking and she's rocking and she lunges forward, and I like just barreled out of the room screaming. It makes no sense why I would see a Medusa as opposed to a Bloody Mary. But then again, there, you know, it does make sense, because here's the thing. I believe I've talked about this on vlogs, maybe even last couple of vlogs. If not, it's in the book. But spirits will appear however they see fit. So if they believe that you are afraid of Medusa, or creeped out by Medusa, or at least you would know of Medusa, and maybe you don't know how to visualize what a Bloody Mary would look like, they're going to appear to you that way. Or maybe it was just funny for them. So when people say, I had a real Bloody Mary experience, I will believe them completely, because I believe that a spirit that was in the house, in the vicinity, around one of their friends, saw the opportunity to have a good time and freak out a kid who's trying to mess with stuff they shouldn't be messing with. And yeah, they probably saw something, and that variation could change from person to person, because each spirit's going to show whatever they want, you know? So, and usually it's catered to the fears of that person that they're appearing to. So Medusa is a fun thing that's kind of like a rite of passage for at least us 90s kids, and it sounds like generations before us. I don't know if you kids still do it. I haven't heard my daughter talk about it at all. I never heard my son talk about it, but he's so anti-paranormal, it's not even funny, so I wouldn't really hear him talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I guess let me know, you guys. Have you guys had any Bloody Mary experiences in childhood as an adult? If so, what were they? How did that go? Do kids today still play Bloody Mary? I'm curious about that. What versions of the story have you heard? Have you heard the ones where they slash you, the ones where they steal you? Does anyone have any thoughts on the origin, the true origin of the Bloody Mary tale? I'm curious about that as well. So again, this is just a quick fun video, short little story time, totally inspired by KB's video. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Voice is really going, so I should probably wrap this up, but I'm curious about you guys' experience. Let me know. I want to hear you guys' experiences, because this is the Paris Squad, and there's no video that I want to post that I don't want to hear your guys' feedback and thoughts and experiences on. So yeah, let's get the conversation started. And I mean, hello, it's called Let's Talk, right? That's what the channel is called, so let's talk about it. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have a good rest of your day.